Hello and welcome back everybody to more randomized Super Thracia. This time chapter 2x. I'm totally not looking forward to it. And yeah, still with Krash.
Hey.
And Ciro.
We won't know there's a bottom until we reach it ourselves.
So let's get right into it.
Oh yeah, doesn't Super Thracia change up fog a bit?
No,
Oh no.
it's still fuck. It's still...
Oh, it's
No.
still regular fog. Oh man, that's
Oh.
boring. I know that later maps do make fog like even worse.
So this is FE5 in a nutshell. Can't see anything.
Yeah, the fog of war is such a terrible idea because it looks visually it looks so boring. There's like Dagdar's manor and then there's the Dandelion chapter, and both of them, like when they start off, you're just looking at a black screen and it looks like the game is glitched out because there's just a little deployment menu over just a blank black screen, and then like cutscenes start happening. And ostensibly characters are moving around, like, you know, animated for the cutscene, but you can't see any of it. It's baffling.
Oh. Hi
Oh,
there. Enemies in the fog. But, like, the only thing I really like about Thracia Fog of War is that you can just warp wherever you want to go. You're not restricted by vision range.
Warping into fog is really nice when you know what the map is. Because then I'm like, oh, chapter 12? Nah. Just gonna warp. Sleep staff, who cares? Because that's sometimes annoying for like, actually, when is that even a problem in other games? Because like, oh, actually, in Sacred Stones, that actually makes chapter 19 somewhat interesting, since you can't just warp directly to the boss, so you have to actually get a second staffer to torch staff over where the boss is, and then warp to him. So it actually makes that chapter kind of better.
I still have no weapons for Leaf. Because the
Yeah,
other ones are on Jan and Orsin. That's annoying.
it's an interesting enough concept, interesting enough idea, Fog of War, but I'm not sure I'm a fan of how it's implemented in Thracia, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time. I'll cut them a little slack. I got FE WAD. I got the maps. I'm fine. Best resource, by the way, FE WAD. They got stick-labeled maps.
Stay in school, kids. Pick Spanish so that you'll be able to read the FE WAD pages.
Nah, don't actually pick Spanish, because then you'll read all the bad advice they have. I mean, it's funny. As much as I love FE WAD, I only like them for like the labeled maps and the recruitment info and stuff. But when it comes to actual like strategy advice or unit evaluations and stuff, they're still terrible. Just like, you know, Wikia or whatever.
What's the worst thing you've seen on FE WAD?
I haven't even.
Okay, this is different.
Oh yeah, hello.
Yeah!
Hello, Blue Robert.
I think that's also the
Yeah.
boss of chapter 8.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Honestly, like, FE WAD's like bad advice. I haven't read it in a while, but I know that it wasn't as hilariously crazy as Wikia was. So it's like, even if I did read a lot of it, I probably wouldn't remember anything particularly funny about it. Because with Wikia, I can be like, oh yeah, they like Wendy and think she's really good.
Yeah, I think somebody posted on the subreddit earlier today how, you know, it's not very, like, scholarly and impartial, because in the notes for the Arcadia chapter in FE6, it just says, like, this is one of, if not the worst map in the entire Fire Emblem series.
I like Arcadia. I think it's a good map. It's not good on your first playthrough, but other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think it's a war crime, but you know, fair.
Well, when you've played the map beforehand and you know how it works, then I think it goes pretty well because it's a desert map, which a lot of people obviously don't like, and it's fog, which a lot of people don't like. But it's also like, all right, I have 3 really powerful flyers right now, and I need to get Roy to the throne, a boss killer to the throne, and I also want to go get the warp staff and the silver card. Now, how do I manage my 3 flyers in order to do that? And also maybe like a trained Lou, although I rarely even use like the mages in FE6 anymore because they're all pretty bad.
Cecilia's stats are shockingly terrible.
Well,
For
by
who her
mages,
character's supposed to be.
I mean the unpromoted ones, because Cecilia is the only good one. Because her stats don't matter, because she has sick weapon ranks and a sick class. Like, base A anima is the best.
The best thing about that chapter, in my opinion, is if you play it randomized with increased growths, and then the mana keys just starting to they start to cap their stats, and when you're just in range of one of them, anyone dies. So
I remember on my first FE6 randomized run, I actually got Armor Knight Roy. It was a bad time.
In my very short-lived, as in like under 10 turns, short-lived FE4 randomizer run, I got an armored Sigurd.
Oh, I got one of those once. I also got an Armored Seliph once. I got a Warrior Sigurd one time, which is great.
once I got a Draconite Seliph that promoted into a general.
Oh, the trap.
Yeah, well, that's why you only randomize promotions through... Oh, well, for randomized promotions, I always have it so that they retain weapon ranks and you never lose your mount if you have one. Because...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because that just prevents, like, stupid stuff from happening like that. And it also allows stuff like, oh, my Cleric Arden promoted into Master Knight. Sick. I had that once. It was the best.
I love stupid stuff like that.
I'll agree with that, but the one advantage it does have is it makes it very, very funny if you try and think of how these characters are justifying that, like in universe. Like, alright, Sleeve, check it out. I got this great idea. You're gonna love this, man. Okay, you know this dragon I've been riding around this whole time. I've spent my whole life learning how to ride it and use it, and I'm one of the very few aerial units that we have. I sold him for money that I used to buy this giant suit of armor. I can go about a quarter mile an hour, and I think this is just how I'm going to move my career forward now.
Alternatively, you could put it in a really sad light, like, Seliph, my dragon died. That's okay. We can make some armor out of it.
Oh, that's kind of twisted. We're at war.
Yeah, basically.
That sounds like a Drakengard plot. Like I had to wear my beloved pet as armor.
Yeah, keep him with you at all times. I mean, that could probably like be done, you know, like well written. Maybe not. But you're still wearing your pet as armor. It's like the frickin' Bionic Commando where his wife was his arm.
Intelligence Systems. Contact KrashBoomBang to be a consultant for your next title. He has many revolutionary ideas for characters.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't think Leaf is getting over there.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, he ran into a person. Oh yeah, Super Thracia still has vanilla Thracia stat variation, doesn't it?
I think... Oh, that's bad. That's...
No.
Okay.
Yeah, vanilla Thracia stat variation is hilarious.
Still bad.
They got their eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You've
Big
been getting great level ups though across the board.
Well, I assume Super Thracia increases growth a lot. Because you're... Like, it's very clearly designed so that you will cap your stats when stat caps are all 40, and enemies are.
Oh, that's the Avil talk.
ridiculous. Oh right.
Hi, Avil.
Hey, so who's this Blue Robert guy? I thought we were going after Lithus.
Does his hair being blue mean that he's the protagonist now?
Is my life a lie?
Maybe.
Was Finn the protagonist all along?
Should have rigged the crit.
Nah, you can just bow mage armor. Bam.
Okay.
Interesting map animation.
Since I have like a leadership star on every one of my units, the enemies have really shitty hit rates against me.
I remember when Based was playing this, he gave like everyone almost like max. He basically had max leadership possible.
Nah, that wasn't the torch fort.
Oh, what? Just standing on one of these forts just automatically torch?
Yeah, it gives you a torch. That's
Huh.
also in vanilla.
Wait, really?
Yes. On
I had
also
no
if
idea
you,
about that.
if you stand on this fort, you also get a torch.
What? I never knew about that. Probably because I never went around that side of the map because it's pointless.
See.
There we go.
Yeah.
What? When does that? No, that
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's on the wiki. It only says there's one of them, though. Or if there's more than one, they were too lazy to list. Also, there's like 17 forts on this map, and it just says, wait on fort. It was so very helpful.
It's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
That Dave Steele.
Oh, he.
Dave Steele, charisma and wrath. That's.
Nice.
You know what's bullshit? That reminds me of chapter 22. Chapter 22, the Reinhardt Bridge. There is a fort in the middle of the river or I think there are two forts, and like pirates are constantly spawning on the forts, and they all have charisma, meaning if there are like, I don't know, 20 of them, you can't hit anyone anymore. It's just get there fast or be screwed.
If you look at the designer notes on Serena's Forest, the inspiration for that chapter was actually the film Bridge on the River Kwai. That's not true, but you believed it for a second, didn't you?
I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Oh, it's like this old film about like a train heist or something like that. Mike is watching it in an episode of Breaking Bad.
I have never watched Breaking Bad.
Me neither.
What are we gonna do with these children today?
I want that ring back. Oh.
You just had it.
And Bridge on the River Kwai was one of the things notable enough for Billy Joel to make into a lyric for We Didn't Start the Fire.
Maybe don't give it to Alvin, because then they're gonna steal it from him. Or just, use it on Dagdar, like you should.
How do I get this over to here?
I don't know.
Magic.
I wish you walk with your feet.
Just magic. This looks so weird.
She's using the bright bow, the thing that should have existed.
The shining bow.
Well,
Or whatever it's called.
Okay,
in,
so you can get more than one.
in Path of Radiance, there's an unused bright bow, which is
Oh.
going to be a magic bow. Because it had, the Sonic Sword, Bolt Axe, Flame Lance, and there was going to be the bright bow, but they just never added it, I guess.
We're getting close to the bridge right here. The Lithis
Oh,
bridge.
That kind of looks like the bridge from chapter 22. Bolts of fire.
Strength A. So useful.
Strength. Yeah. So useful on a bow armor mage.
That reminds me of Safi, or Sophia, with her 30% strength growth, because why
Yeah.
not?
Like, well, they clearly added that just as a joke. Ooh, it's the bridge. Alright, let's see what...
I don't want to get
what this-
close to Lithis, otherwise he's going to attack me, I'm pretty sure.
Just save state.
Oh.
He's in armor.
Oh!
Oh, he's yet.
I
Oh,
think
well, at
he
least you
still
can
has
capture him.
steel. Yeah, he does.
He does steal. At least you can capture him.
Okay, now is the okay? That's not the randomizer. This is the ROM hack.
This is the randomizer.
Okay,
Well,
this is, so they randomize bosses as well.
Lithis
Well, he's
being...
still recruitable.
Yeah. Lithis being in
Oh,
the...
yeah, okay.
Lithis being in this spot right here is the romhack, but Lithis being an armor knight is the randomizer. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. It's yeah, you do fight him. I forgot. Yeah, you fight him here. You have to capture him and keep him to recruit him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that makes sense why he'd be randomized.
Oh my god.
So what are the most? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah? No, you go ahead.
So since this is kind of like a very tunnel vision look at Super Thracia, what are the most notable differences between the ROM hack and vanilla Thracia?
Well, they're the obvious 40 stat caps that everyone has. But build is capped at 25 for some reason. What else is there? The certain skills got, or like certain abilities got like visualized into skills, like Cantor right here. And plenty of new weapons, plenty of more horrible maps. Also horrible looking maps. Chapter 21. The known promotion one.
Oh, which one was like the gigantic fog maze? Is that 8X?
Gigantic fuck maze. That's chapter 11X.
8X is Dagdar's Manor.
Well, no, in Super Thracia.
Chapter
Oh, okay,
8X is Leaf Solo. Chapter 8 is White Hell, as I would like to call it, because first, it has Fog of War, but the Fog of War is completely white, and all the background tiles are white. And as you can see, the range viewing option, I guess you would call it, is also pretty white. You can't see how far you can move, which is just really annoying.
That's how you design difficulty, obviously. Make it so that you can't see.
But it's like only in chapter 8. I don't know why. Anyway, I think I wanted to talk about chapter 6. Chapter 6 is pretty funny. Usually, Galza spawns on turn 15, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, Galza shows up. Well, chapter 6 is a bit different. But you will see when we get there. Assuming we even get there.
I'm guessing they have the Black Knight show up.
No. Oh. Lithis, please
Oh,
don't suicide.
Yeah.
I don't know when I made the last save state. Okay, never mind. He should be fine. Never mind.
Precision comedic timing. Well, at least on our end. Because of the slight delay.
I think this one was the furthest. Yeah. Thanks, Lithis.
So since we gotta go through this bit again, before we started recording this chapter, we had a very lively conversation about some of the other ROM hacks in the Fire Emblem community. Crash went on the record as saying that Requiem is just as good as FE6. By the way, he's said that. That is something he said in writing, and I can provide documentation. But one of the other things we were talking about was how like there's the meme one right now, the Duo Geno Escapo.
Yeah.
Was it Rad? He did an LTC of that.
I don't think he LTC'd it. I think he did 0 growths of it.
Okay, that's right.
Oh my god, that's even
yeah,
worse.
That's what Rad does. He just does 0% growths of everything. Like, Boss actually said that he was gonna pay him to do Duogeno 0 growths. He didn't pay him.
Yeah, they you know the FE Discord they have specifically for people who hack the DS Fire Emblems?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, me too. That's actually where I recruited you to be a playtester. I was like, hey, anybody want to come help with this? And you're the only one who wanted to. And anyway,
well, they were big, crazy DS.
They're busy people. Yeah, I mean, you know, not throwing shade on them or anything. Everybody's got their own lives. But anyway, I think it was Rad. They specifically pinged me. Like, they got my attention specifically to tell me about Duo Geno Escapo. And then, like a protective parent, you swooped in a couple minutes later and you were like, oh god, why did you go out of your way to tell him about this? And I just remember going through the FE Universe thread in horror, like reading the reviews people had written about it.
Yeah, it is disgusting. And like the guys who made it are like proud of what they made somehow. I don't even know how.
Well, okay, I will give them this. This is not much, but they are not the bottom of the barrel. The absolute bottom of the barrel in terms of fan hacks is a game called Pokemon Reborn. There's an LP of it going on right now on the Something Awful Let's Play forum. That game is contemptible in a way that I didn't know video games could be.
Marty.
And Marty is completely wonderful in ways that I didn't know human beings could be. So it all evens out.
Oh, thank you.
Finland!
Is mayonnaise a Paragon manual?
No, Marty, a polearm is not an instrument. A hand axe is not an instrument either.
The owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on. I gotta stop quoting good SpongeBob. What were we just saying? Damn it, we got lost track because of Patrick.
Marty? Something.
Oh, the Pokemon thing. What
Oh yeah,
that
Pokemon.
Well, I don't want to go on about it too much, but like one of the reasons it's so contemptible is like what little you were telling me about Requiem and how it's so like edgy and like just intolerable is multiplied tenfold with Reborn. The player literally does nothing. They stand around in cutscenes doing nothing. Like it's just filled with awful ideas for characters. Probably the worst thing about it is it was based on an RP someone did with as like a teenager. So all of the characters are based on actual people. And here's where it gets like genuinely twisted. All of the like drama in the game is basically lifted from those people's actual lives. One member of the RP group committed suicide. He killed himself, and in the game he jumps off a bridge. What? You know, in memory as a fitting tribute to their fallen friend. It gets worse. There was a kid in the RP group who was gay. He got kicked out of his house for being gay. There were some problems. He got like banned from the internet because his mother was homophobic or something. Terrible thing that happened to him. And this hack game maker decided to base a character, a gym leader, on him who was also kicked out of his house for being gay, and decided to phrase it in the worst possible way, which was, and I quote, "encounters with boys."
Huh?
Which had a lot of people suspecting that he was like a pedophile, because there was no bottom of the barrel for Pokemon Reborn. And then, in the latest update, the lesbian couple...
It's still being made.
Well, oh, here's the best thing. Yes, it's still being made. The LP is ongoing. The creator gets $1,000 a month on Patreon to make it.
Isn't that illegal?
Yes.
Why has this not been reported?
I don't know. Perhaps I don't know. I'm kind of leery to do it myself because I don't know if I want the battle for fan games to be fought on the hill of Pokemon Reborn, which is totally meritless and valueless in practically every way. But to wrap it all off, the latest update features a lesbian couple who were like the only gay characters, and then one of them leaves their diary out on the table that explains how she doesn't really love her partner and she's only with her because she knows she would get depressed and kill herself if she left. This is in a Pokemon game, and you have to click on the diary to advance the game. You can read it or not. It doesn't change anything if you don't read it. And then, like, the person who's oblivious to the whole thing comes in. You can tell them the truth or not. It doesn't matter if you don't, because they just read what's in the diary. They're just like, oh, okay, hey, what's this? And then they read, oh, our entire relationship is a lie. Then she runs to a waterfall and jumps off a waterfall and kills herself.
What the fuck?
Which was also pulled directly from real life. Apparently the two RPers were also in a relationship that was troubled, and there was some self-harm. So it was pulled directly from real life in a loving tribute to these RP members, and is not at all profiting off of the pain and suffering that they suffered in their lives for cheap drama to make a horrible fan game that people inexplicably pay her $1,000 a month to make.
Who makes these things?
It's one lady called Amethyst. She makes it in RPG Maker XP.
Oh, so it's not even like an action. So if it's in RPG Maker, it's like not even an actual ROM hack then, is it?
Yeah, but there's a like a tool set called Pokemon Essentials that you can install to RPG Maker XP that basically turns it into the Pokemon engine.
Huh.
It's how most other Pokemon fan games are made, actually. But because that Pokemon Essentials package like reprograms the engine from the ground up, it makes everything laggy as shit. Because the engine's trying to do its original thing, then you have a bunch of scripts on top of that saying, no, you gotta do Pokemon now. There's precise movement puzzles and pseudo-platforming in this laggy as shit engine. $1,000 a month.
Platforming in Pokemon.
There's some kind of like Golden Sun-esque one-tile jump things. You know?
Oh, okay. That makes more sense at least.
And to top it all off, sorry I'm going on about this, I just have a chip on my shoulder because this lady makes $1,000 a month making an awful Pokemon fan game that profits off of real people's misery. Her name is Amethyst, that's her internet handle, and there are 4 MacGuffins in the game that the bad guys want. Oh, by the way, one of the main bad guys is a psychologist that exploits loopholes in the law to gain custody of children so that he can torture them via involuntary electroshock therapy, which he does by ordering an Electabuzz to just fucking electrocute them.
Why can't they just write a book? like write their own like.
Because that doesn't pay $1,000 a month on Patreon. Anyway, to top it all off, the 4 MacGuffins. There's a ruby, an emerald, and a sapphire. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Now, guess what she did for the 4th MacGuffin? Did she
It's
go
amethyst.
diamond, pearl? Yep, it's amethyst. Real subtle there.
Is that a brave bow? Or is it just doubling?
I
Might
think
be
that's
right,
just a cost.
Oh.
So... Chapter 2x,
Yeah.
Sorry, I may have gone too far in a few places. I have quite the chip on my shoulder for Pokemon Reborn.
Oh, dagger level. Dagger
What
level.
the-
Oh my god!
well,
See, this is why.
he
This is
does,
why you
he
get
does have
dagger.
the scroll. Keep that in mind, he does have the scroll. Boosts all
Yeah,
his
that's why you-
growths by 20%.
That's why you give him everything. He's the best.
Oh, he has it. Oh.
Huh.
That's...
Oh, well, that actually that'll make
well,
capturing him easy.
both
Oh,
of them
it could
have
been
that.
dropped by either of them.
Do I really need that?
Not really. Just kill him.
Hmm. He gets
So,
so
the
much
boss here gonna be-
experience.
Is the boss gonna be Bluebird, or is it gonna be like someone else? Oh, is Shiva gonna be?
Ooh,
Oh,
that's bad.
You can't even. Oh yeah, you can't capture him. Game over.
And I can't get the sword.
Oh shit, you're right.
Well, I can get the sword. I have the thief staff.
Oh yeah, you.
But
Actually, wait. Does that work on people on the thrones?
yeah, it does.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you'll just have to kill him.
no Shiva, I guess.
You just don't. Does it? Oh my god! No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. It does
They don't
not
even-
have that range. But this is so heavy. I can't even give it to Jean. It's weird. Marty is heavy enough though.
There's actually a surprising amount of unused
Ooh.
release dialogue for mounted bosses.
I'm glad I don't have to test that.
Should I just steal the Sword of Kings or just keep it, or like? Sure, it's useful, but
How many charges does the staff have
it
left?
has one in total.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it maybe buffed them up.
So it has 40 uses. It is brave, if I remember correctly. 1 to 2 range and gives charisma.
It seems pretty worth it.
If I recall, it's +5 to something. Strength, charisma, something. Let's see.
Well, charisma is
Charisma is 10% hit and avoid.
yeah. Which is really fun to stack with supports. Because you can get like +30 hit and avoid and also +10 crit.
Oh no, I'm a fraud. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, it's charm / charisma and it's brave.
Hmm. Oh well, time to just murder him.
Poor sword. Can't get you.
Yeah. The poor sword as opposed to the four sword. This is not the Legend of Zelda.
Should wait. This is their actual. Let's do it with animations.
Yeah. Sadly, it's not Bluebird, but
And
Close
we'll
enough.
see him soon enough.
yeah.
Wow. Just adapt.
Big dead. Nice experience.
Massive amount of experience. Actually, I need to give a shitload of experience to Leaf, because he needs to solo Chapter 8x.
Oh yeah, good luck with that when he has no tomes.
He really does have to solo that?
Not 100%, but basically 95% solo.
Does he have to kill Gomez too?
Well, Gomez is replaced by Havan. Enemy Havan.
Don't you already have
Yeah,
Alvan in your party?
but he leaves after Chapter 3 and doesn't come back.
Okay, so he doesn't come back and just okay.
Dagdar
Alright.
also doesn't come back.
Does his like stats carry over and inventory carry over?
No. It's fixed
Eh.
if I remember correctly.
It'd be neat if they did that.
But what would that do? Like, you're just fighting against a scrub instead of a boss with almost capped speed. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, chapter over basically.
Orson also had staff rank.
Yeah,
Keep forgetting that. I'd like to get some stuff off of Tanya, but yeah, I guess I could give it to him. Not sure what to do with the silver lance. But yeah, that's pretty much Chapter 2x done.
Oh wait, do that. Aw, you shouldn't have skipped because we might have seen like, whatever Sophia looks like here. Like go back and do it again.
She's still normal.
Aw,
There's
well, that's no fun.
nothing really changed about her. But yeah, that was Chapter 2x. Next time, Chapter 3. We're going to be fighting a very interesting boss. That's for sure. And yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
I didn't think of anything clever to say this time either.
You gotta get better at that.
Yeah. Think of one for next time.
Let's bowl, let's rock and roll.
So yeah, bye.